Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Storms here. Yes, I am back, and yes, I changed my shirt for this video. Don't fucking say a word. Regardless, welcome to part 2 of the Lightning Flash update here on Friday, May 31st, 2019. And we are going to go over a few news, rumors, and reports, and then I have some things to say about the Talk is Jericho podcast with Jon Moxley. First things first, let's get these news, rumors, and reports out of the way because you people need to hear what I need to say about this Jon Moxley situation and the Talk is Jericho podcast after Moxley pretty much broke the internet with his comments. My first report here on the news, rumors, and reports section of the Lightning Flash update. Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio that the injury that AJ Styles is currently battling is indeed a back injury. Now, I'm not sure what caused this, nor did he specify, did Dave Meltzer, what this back injury was. I'm assuming that it probably had something to do with the spot that Styles took at Money in the Bank where Rollins did that reverse superplex and then did the jumping reverse DDT. It either had something to do with that, or maybe AJ Styles pulled something in his back when he caught Rollins mid-stomp to do the Styles Clash. Now, that's just me assuming. I'm not sure how serious it is. I'm not sure how long he's going to be out. If it's not that serious, he could be back within a few weeks. I don't know if he's competing at Super Showdown. If he does compete at Super Showdown, then it's most likely not that serious. But we're going to see how that plays out, and we're going to see if AJ is seriously hurt. Again, he did not specify the severity of the injury or how long he will be out. He just said that the injury currently that AJ Styles is dealing with is his back. So we're going to wait and see how that plays out. I have an interesting report from Cage Side Seats. Cage Side Seats reported that the fans reported WWE officials at Tuesday night's SmackDown Live event a few days ago were confiscating the signs that read, "You aren't MJF" and "Save us HHH," but not before they made some TV airtime. So, this is just mere pettiness from WWE. This is nothing new here. WWE once forced 7 guys to change their outfits because 7 guys came dressed as WWE superstars and they were all sitting in the front row. And WWE forced them to change their outfits and they had to write a complaint letter to WWE, and that circulated through Twitter, and they ended up getting free tickets for like the next few Monday Night Raws events. It was something like that. It was something back in 2014, 2015. I don't know specifically when it was, but this is just WWE being WWE. They're petty. They're just petty. It is quite pathetic. It's quite pathetic how fans don't have any rights nowadays. But then again, what the fuck else is new? There's really nothing I can say about that. My last report from The Observer, and I'm pretty much just skimming through these because I have a lot of things I want to say about the Jon Moxley issue. The Observer reported that the current plan for the main event of TakeOver Toronto 2 during SummerSlam weekend is to have Matt Riddle face off against the winner of Gargano and Cole from TakeOver 25. So, this was pretty much confirming what we were automatically assuming, that Matt Riddle is going to be facing off against the NXT champion come NXT TakeOver Toronto. And I'm assuming at this rate it is going to be Gargano. I don't think that they're going to have Gargano just lose the title just like that right back to Cole, and Cole's going to be a transitional champion because Matt Riddle's not losing. Matt Riddle is not going into TakeOver Toronto and losing the NXT Championship match to whoever the champion is. And you don't want to just make Adam Cole a transitional champion. You're going to have Gargano be a transitional champion for Cole, and then Cole be a transitional champion for Matt Riddle. So I don't think that they're going to take the title off Gargano come TakeOver 25 just to put it on Cole for 2 months and then give it right to Matt Riddle. I don't think they're going to do that. But those are the 3 reports that I had. Now, this Jon Moxley incident. If you didn't already know, I believe the Talk is Jericho podcast launched on Wednesday. I believe it was on Wednesday. And everyone was talking about it. Everyone was talking about it throughout social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. We had people sending other people links. You had people going off about it on social media, saying this shit, saying that shit. I was actually talking to my friend Chrissy about the issue with Dean Ambrose, or Jon Moxley, and the Talk is Jericho podcast. Shout out to her. What can I say? Well, realistically speaking, what can I say? Realistically, there's only one thing that I can say about this whole incident. There's only one thing I can say about the Talk is Jericho podcast with Jon Moxley. There's only one thing. I told you so. I told you so. What else can I say? I should just end the video right there at 6 minutes. It'll be the shortest lightning flash update, whether it be part 1 or part 2, that I would ever do. I should just end the video right there. What can I say? What can I say? I told you so. Jon Moxley pretty much went on the Talk is Jericho podcast for the better part of 2 hours. For the better portion of 2 hours. And Jon Moxley pretty much reiterated the same thing that me and everyone like me, with the amount of intelligence like me and the amount of common sense like me, and I'm not just talking about podcasters, I'm not just talking about content creators, I'm not just talking about YouTubers, I'm talking about everyone. Even if you're just a regular fan, even regular fans that watch on a daily basis or a weekly basis, whatever that watch the network on a weekly basis and watch Raw and SmackDown on a weekly basis. Even the regular fans who don't own any podcasts or any YouTube channels, who just watch because they are fans of the product. Content creators, regular fans, YouTubers, podcasters, just like me, they've been saying the same exact thing that Jon Moxley has been saying. Said the same thing that Jon Moxley said on the Talk is Jericho podcast. There is literally no difference. There's literally no difference between what Jon Moxley said and what I've been saying on the Lightning Flash updates and every single one of my videos for God knows how long now. Same thing with the other podcasters and the content creators and YouTubers and the fans. Whether it be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, it doesn't matter. However long that the people have been saying it, Jon Moxley pretty much confirmed everything. The question that I have is, why does it have to come to this? Why does it have to come to a superstar confirming everything and all the facts that we have been stating and the people like me have been stating for God knows how long? Meanwhile, the evidence is right in front of your face. I say it all the time. The evidence is right in front of you every single week on Raw, on SmackDown, on 205 Live, on NXT UK, and NXT. All you need to do is watch those 5 weekly shows, and you will see the difference between Raw, SmackDown, and then the other 3. Triple H runs 205 Live, NXT UK, and NXT. You can visibly see the difference, the different layout, the different vibe that the shows give off compared to Raw and SmackDown. You can see the creativeness that Triple H has. You can see the effort that Triple H puts through. You can see the compelling storylines that Triple H puts forth. You can see the characters that Triple H develops. You can see the matches that Triple H produces. Meanwhile, you take a look at Raw and SmackDown and you see none of that. You see no effort. You see no creativity. You see no morale at all. You see no morale. And Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, whatever the hell you want to call him, pretty much confirmed the lack of morale when, Dean Ambrose was pretty much convinced to say those Roman Reigns cancer lines. It was pretty much used as cheap heat. use this cheap heat. One line he said would have lost them sponsors, and I believe it was the line that went along the lines of something like, "Oh, he has cancer, sucks to be him." I think that was one of the lines that didn't make air. I'm not sure if it did or not. I don't fucking remember, but I don't think that line made air. But Dean Ambrose confirmed basically that if that line made air, they would have lost sponsors. Dean Ambrose said he felt physically sick to come to work every Monday. He was not happy whatsoever. He was fucking miserable. Miserable. Why? Because of the creative process and the backstage vibe and the morale, the lack of morale and the lack of creativity that Vince McMahon put forth. It doesn't take a genius to figure this out. All you need to do is watch. All you need to do is watch what is going on every single week on WWE main roster programming to see what Dean Ambrose sees. And if you don't see what Dean Ambrose sees, then you're an absolute sheep. You're a blinded sheep with no sense of intelligence whatsoever. And if you disagree with anything that Dean Ambrose just said, then there's no saving you. There's absolutely no saving you, and you don't belong anywhere near the term professional wrestling. You do not deserve the rights to social media, and you do not deserve the rights or privileges that we have in this life. You don't. Dean Ambrose is only paid, and you want to know how petty WWE is? If you thought WWE confiscating the signs at SmackDown Live, you thought that was petty. Dean Ambrose confirmed that he was only paid $500 for the Shield's final night together that one Sunday. What was it, like April 21st or some shit like that? He was only paid $500 for that night, and he pretty much told everyone, yeah, I'm leaving. He was leaving 3 months ago, and Vince McMahon is that much more petty that he only paid him $500. And then on top of that, it's not just him. He was petty towards the Revival for not signing a contract, that they lost the tag team titles at WrestleMania, and they were forced to shave each other's backs and then scoot along the ring like fucking dogs. The pettiness is unreal. The pettiness is unprofessional. The pettiness is, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. I don't understand how anyone can support the WWE after everything that Moxley said, and again, why does it have to come to this? I don't understand why you people, why the people that deny the people like me can't see the truth for what it is. I don't care what you're going through. I genuinely don't give a fuck what anyone is going through. I really don't care if you use it as an escape. I don't care if you've been a fan of it for God knows how long. I don't care if you just want to enjoy it for what it is. I don't care. I don't care. When the obvious truth is brought to the table, you need to acknowledge it. People like me have been stating the obvious truth for God knows how many years. It doesn't matter how long we've been saying it. The fact of the matter is that we acknowledge it and we know it's there. We know it's there and we're doing something. We're saying something. Dean Ambrose is standing up for what is right. We're standing up for what is right, and we're fighting for a change. We're fighting for a change. We're fighting for a better product, and we're fighting for better storylines. We're fighting for better backstage morale. Dean Ambrose confirmed everything that we have been saying for God knows how long. God knows how long, and it has to come to this in order for some people to open their eyes. And even then, there's still going to be some fucking idiot that says Dean Ambrose is entitled. How the fuck is the guy entitled? How the fuck is the guy entitled? The guy's character was ruined in that Seth Rollins feud at the end of 2018. He said basically that that rabies shot segment that he was doing was the final straw for him. That was the final straw for him. And he wanted nothing to do with that company anymore. He basically said, and I quote, "Your creative process sucks, Vince. Change it." No wonder the guy went to AEW. No wonder the guy showed up at Double or Nothing. No wonder. He felt like he was in a prison. It is a literal prison backstage. It's a literal prison. The way that Vince McMahon has conducted his company, and I reported numerous amounts of reports from the Wade Keller podcast, who had a friend of close WWE writers. I reported on that Lightning Flash update with Chrissy, shout out to her again, that Vince McMahon pretty much destroyed all morale, and he was going through, we went through all these reports saying how Vince said, learn some English and then get back to me, to Andrade, how the wild card rule wasn't even part of the script the morning of the show, how the superstar shakeup didn't even go planned and everyone changed it, how Vince McMahon is just constantly shutting down creative ideas. Vince McMahon is a stubborn old fuck. He's a stubborn old fuck. And his stubbornness and his lack of morale has created a vibe backstage that is so uncomfortable, and it's just so pathetic that Dean Ambrose just couldn't take it anymore. Jon Moxley just couldn't take it anymore. This was being built up for years. It's being built up for years. The guy is a Grand Slam champion. The guy's a Grand Slam champion, won Money in the Bank. He was part of one of the most dominant factions in the history of WWE. WWE tried to offer him a contract, and he confirmed that he didn't even look at the new contract that WWE offered him. What does that tell you right there? Money isn't everything. Money is not everything. The way that Vince McMahon is running his company, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in 2019. WWE is not a creative success. I'm going to state this numerous amounts of times. WWE is not a creative success. WWE is a financial success because of the amount of money that they're making, but that does not mean they are a creative success, because money does not justify the bad television and the lack of morale that is going on right before our very eyes. Money does not buy happiness. Money does not buy happiness. Money does not fix your problems. And money is not everything. That is why Dean Ambrose left. Do I even need to say anything more? Do I even need to say anything more? But yet there's still going to be people that don't get what I'm trying to say. There's still going to be some moron, some dunderhead, who is going to say Dean Ambrose is entitled, or he's going to come up with some lame-ass excuse to try and justify the bullshit that we see every week. Anyone who supports this shit, anyone who supports what WWE is trying to serve up after everything that's been going on, everything that's been going on this year alone, the past 6 months of 2019, there has been numerous amounts of evidence right before our very eyes on television, in podcasts, being revealed by content creators and inside sources. There has been so much evidence throughout the course of 2019 that has come out that has pretty much confirmed everything that me and the people like me have been saying, but yet there's still people that support this shit. If you support anything that WWE has been serving up, if you support the actions of this pathetic old bastard known as Vince McMahon, if you support what is going on right before our very eyes, especially after what Jon Moxley said on the Talk is Jericho podcast, I have no respect for you. I have no respect for you. None. None whatsoever. You do not deserve my respect, and you do not deserve any respect whatsoever. Stupidity and idiocy doesn't deserve respect. Not everything is subjective. Not everything is subjective. What Jon Moxley said was 1,000% truthful. The evidence on television proves it. I don't need to say anything. I don't need to say anything else. I will not respect anyone, and I will give no respect to anyone. No respect will be shown from me towards anyone that supports this absolute filth that we get every single week on Raw and SmackDown, and everything that Vince McMahon has served up. Stupidity doesn't deserve respect. You will get no respect from me. And I'm going to say this again. When you pass away, when the people that support this garbage pass away, whether that be 30, 40, 50, 60 years from now, whenever that may be, the people that support the bullshit that WWE serves up, when they pass away, this world is going to be a much better place. If you support the bullshit that Vince McMahon has thrown out, especially after everything that has come out this year, you do not deserve the rights or privileges we have in life. You don't deserve life, period. You don't. You don't deserve life, period. Your stupidity is ruining the community. Your stupidity is ruining the society that we live in. And your stupidity is ruining the world. I'm not the toxic one here. You are. Those who deny me are the toxic people. Those who are not saying what I'm saying are the toxic people. I'm not toxic. I'm just brutally honest. I am a brutally honest man, and I have always been a brutally honest man. It is not my fault that some people are too fucking hypersensitive and are too afraid to admit the truth. They're too afraid to step outside of their own little private fantasy bubble because they can't handle the real world. This is the real world. This is the face of reality. I am the fucking face of reality, and you will acknowledge me sooner rather than later. You can't run from reality forever. I don't care what the fuck you're going through. Grow a pair of figurative balls and grow up. Grow up. Remember what Triple H said in his promo during the Evolution Shield feud? Adapt or you perish. Adapt or perish. If WWE doesn't adapt to what's going on, and if Vince McMahon don't get the fuck out of there, they're really going to suffer. They are really going to suffer. They're going to start losing money, and they're going to start losing fans while AEW gains fans. You people need to start acknowledging reality for what it is. Jon Moxley just served up the biggest dose of reality that the wrestling community has seen all year. And if you deny it, you're a fucking cancer to the community. If you deny the truth, you are a fucking cancer to the community. You don't deserve the rights or privileges we have in life. You will be better off when the entire world is going to be better off when you are 6 feet under in a grave. I honestly have no respect for anyone whatsoever that denies the facts. And if you get butthurt and if you are too much of a hypersensitive pussy to handle what I'm saying, not my problem. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here before I have an aneurysm. I'm really getting sick and tired of seeing shit like this and repeating the same thing over and over again. Seriously. I feel like every single one of my videos, it doesn't matter how long it is, whether it be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, or if I go 2 hours on a storm stream, it doesn't matter. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. It's really getting frustrating. It is. It's really getting frustrating. Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up part 2 of the Lightning Flash update. I really need to get out of here because I need to just cool down a bit. Couple of things. Follow me on Twitter at Man of Infamy. Follow me on Instagram at the DJ Storms. Do not forget to check out the rundown for NXT TakeOver 25 with my man Tyson Arnold. I will post the link in the description. I will also post part 1 of the Lightning Flash update. That link will also be in the description as well. Monday is the rewind for NXT TakeOver 25. Next Friday at 7:30, I would say, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 o'clock, after Super Showdown is over. Me and one of the fastest rising YouTubers in the wrestling community, your boy Chris. You can follow him on Twitter at Chris from Loring. He is going to be my guest on the 14th annual special edition Storm Stream. We are going to discuss the hottest wrestling topics in the wrestling world today. It is going to be an absolute barn burner of a video. You are going to want to check that out. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button as we are over 1,100 subscribers. Go hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Also, hit that notifications bell with a huge coup de grace. That way you will know whenever I pop up on YouTube, because whenever I pop up on YouTube, it's the best time to be on YouTube. Also, I apologize that we had to cancel, me and Thunder had to cancel the first ever Thunderscope live stream. He has personal business matters to take care of. Do not worry, we will get to do the first ever Thunderscope live stream in the month of June. For now, I will keep you guys posted. Right now, we can't do it. Hopefully, we'll be able to do it before Stomping Grounds. Again, I will keep you guys posted to the best of my abilities. Hang in there, guys. Thunder is going to do his first ever Thunderscope live stream, and we are going to get a lot of great performances up for you guys on Twitter, and he's going to do a lot of good acapella performances on YouTube as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm DJ Storms. This has been the Lightning Flash Update Part 2. As I'm trying not to turn into the Hulk right now, you guys have a wonderful weekend.